We are standing at a crossroads. The wisdom of humankind supports our prosperous lifestyles and is simultaneously creating serious problems. What can we do in this modern era that demands sustainable solutions? Aluminum lives forever in the recycling loop, contributes to improvements in saving energy, conserving resources and productivity, and will enable manufacturing that reduces the burden on the environment. This material, which a century ago was still a rare metal, is now an essential part of people's lives and a cornerstone of society. We will maintain the abundance of the earth, bequeath its limited resources to coming generations, and support people, daily life, and society by creating limitless value. To make the world a better place, we will confront the ever-changing present moment. This is our promise for the future. Daiki Aluminium Industry Company Limited pioneered the secondary aluminum refining industry in Japan in 1922. We quickly focused on aluminum because of its properties of superior castability and corrosion resistance that allow it to be used repeatedly. Ever since, we have been a company with a history stretching back more than a century that continues to lead the industry as a pioneer in secondary aluminum alloys. Currently, our main business is the manufacture and sale of secondary aluminum alloy ingots. And we are also putting effort into research and development of aluminum alloys. We create secondary aluminum alloy ingots using proprietary melting techniques, and now boast the largest production volume and market share in Japan. We have 4 kinds of production lines: alloy ingot, remelted scrap ingot or RSI, molten metal, and upcycling 6063 aluminum frames with attachments. The alloy ingot production lines produce aluminum ingots that, among other things, are the raw material for automobile parts. First, we receive aluminum scrap and weigh it on a scale. We source this scrap both domestically and internationally. Having carefully checked the quality and safety of the raw material, in pre-processing, we finely crush some of that raw material to ensure the melting process advances efficiently. After pre-processing, the finely crushed raw material is automatically transported to a furnace and melted. Any remaining solid pieces are placed in another furnace and melted. A carbon lance is inserted into the furnace and foreign matter is removed. Then the pure aluminum alloy from which foreign matter has been removed is poured into a mold and hardened. The cast ingots are weighed by robots, then automatically stacked and secured in the prescribed packaging. We check the delivery destination, product type, weight, etc., and ship them. The products are put to various uses, central among which is automobile engines. The RSI production line produces jumbo ingots of aluminum that are the raw material for aluminum cans. Pressed aluminum cans are finely crushed in a shredder, and in preparation for the melting process, any remaining liquid and paint are removed. After the aluminum cans have been transported to the furnace and melted with the help of a press, the melted aluminum is poured into cases and hardened. Having passed the necessary inspections, the completed jumbo ingots are shipped. Molten metal production lines are for maintaining the temperature of melted aluminum alloy and transporting it. So that the aluminum doesn't cool and harden, the ladle is sufficiently heated in advance and the aluminum alloy is poured as is. Then the molten metal is strictly controlled for quality and temperature while being kept hot. When it is time, the molten metal is quickly loaded onto a truck and shipped. The upcycling line of 6063 aluminum frames with attachments is a line on which scrap frames and 63 with iron containing foreign matter such as steel are sorted, making them easier to recycle. 63 with iron, which has been pressed for ease of transport and then delivered, is finely crushed in a crusher. Iron, such as that from metal fittings, is removed using a magnetic separator before non-metallic materials, such as resins and plastics, are removed using a device called an ECS. Besides the frames, the remaining metals, such as copper, zinc, and aluminum for casting, are removed with an X-ray sorting device, thereby enabling the recovery of pure aluminum frames. In this way, the sorted materials are soon reborn as new frames by frame manufacturers. In the past, aluminum frames were made with materials which had been smelted into new aluminum masses, requiring large amounts of energy. But thanks to this horizontal recycling, products being recycled back into the same product no longer require energy for the smelting process. The upcycling line of 6063 aluminum frames with attachments plays an essential role in creating a sophisticated recycling-oriented society. At the technical center adjoining our Kamiyama plant, operations include responding to investigation requests from users, developing alloys according to customer needs, creating small lots of prototype castings, and supporting the introduction of equipment at factories in Japan and overseas. We respond to a variety of investigation requests from users, such as to assist with solutions when problems arise. We respond to user requirements using various devices and methods, including microscopes, EPMAs, and ICP. When it comes to quality, we also support factories and users in a variety of ways. For example, with devices for evaluating the purity of molten metals and improved analytical precision in optical emission spectrometers using standard samples manufactured at our technical center. In alloy development, we consistently undertake component analysis, prototype casting, and performance evaluation, including the alloy HT1 developed in 2000, and Na alloys with superior mechanical properties. We have been creating a variety of aluminum alloys whose superior characteristics include castability, corrosion resistance, and thermal conductivity. Going forward, we will continue pursuing the limitless possibilities of aluminum alloys and creating new value. Our production bases are the main scenes of our business. We have built a network throughout Japan. With alloy ingot, molten metal, and RSI production lines, as well as Daiki Aluminum's largest production volume, the Kamiyama plant is our flagship plant. With alloy ingot and molten metal production lines, the Shiga plant is our newest production base. With an alloy ingot production line and an upcycling line of 6063 frames with attachments, the Shinshiro plant is our central base for recycling aluminum frames. The Yuki plant is the production base with the longest history among our 5 existing plants and has an alloy ingot production line and an upcycling line of 6063 frames with attachments. The Shirakawa plant has the second greatest production capacity after the Kameyama plant. It has an alloy ingot production line and an RSI production line. With a network of business locations and affiliates, we engage in activities such as product delivery, technical services, and making proposals. Overseas, we have built a global network centered on the ASEAN region. We have established various kinds of bases in China to serve the automobile production industry. The ASEAN area is at the center of our global strategy of deploying many bases in various countries. In response to increased domestic demand year by year, and while keeping in mind exports to ASEAN countries and elsewhere in Asia, we have a production plant in India. In the US and Europe, we are engaged in procuring aluminum raw materials and gathering information. In the future, we will focus our attention on activities with the entire planet as our stage. At Daiki Aluminum, we are undertaking a variety of initiatives to promote the conservation of the environment, resources, and energy, and to realize a prosperous society. As part of our initiatives to reduce CO2 emissions, in order to prevent thermal loss due to heat dissipation, for the first time at our plants in Japan, we have made the holding furnace at our Kameyama plant airtight. In addition, by using such high-performance thermal insulation and heat insulation coating, fuel consumption has been reduced by 39%. We are advancing energy conservation by promoting the introduction of battery-operated EVs, installing recuperative burners that effectively utilize exhaust heat, and installing solar panels. In our initiatives for a more prosperous society, both domestically and overseas, we are making donations and providing education about aluminum in collaboration with our overseas bases. Going forward, we will build mutual trust with all our stakeholders through activities that contribute to communities. It is precisely because natural resources are limited that we want to make the most of them. Forming links with the rest of the world and standing face to face with the planet. Daiki Aluminium Industry Company Limited.